What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Slashcast. My name is Riley. That is Nick, and behind me, there he is. There's Elijah, all here for another episode. Today we're going over some pretty important topics. Before we do, this live episode of Slashcast is brought to you by Devin Devil 13, Ken 13, iBlazer 7, OG Chris Redfield, and our name array. That, of course, being our last 5 members to join the Slash Society. Thank you guys so much. If you are interested in joining too, click the join button below or the link in the description. Got new emotes. Make sure you check them out, members. I see people already rocking them in the chat. Enjoy them. Have fun with them. Yeah. So not a ton of topics to talk about today, but I think it's going to be interesting because I think we're going to shit on at least 2 of these. And that's always fun. So let's start here first with Black Christmas. Blumhouse has officially come out. Black Christmas is indeed rated PG-13. That being the first Black Christmas in history to not be rated R. And now it's not the worst thing in the world. The first thing you were to say, oh god, PG-13 horror, it all sucks. It doesn't all suck.
Right. Twitter blew up.
Yeah, it did. I think it's fair to be upset or to be don't be like angry, but I think you should be aware of it. I think you should be concerned about it. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, and there are people saying, "Oh, yeah, just because it's PG-13 doesn't mean it sucks. We know nothing about it." Well, we got a trailer and it was trash.
Yeah. So it was already a bad trailer, and then we got the announcement as PG-13 on top of that, and I think Mike Holtz of We Watched the Movie wrote it. I thought a fantastic article about it, about PG-13 horror and how it works. And what we've seen statistically from it, and there is a small handful of PG-13 horror movies that are good. You have The Ring, for example. I would think The Ring's probably your top dog. Insidious, those are your top dogs out there that are good PG-13 horror films. But as for slashers, and I think this is pretty accurate. I think there's only 3 movies that you could truly say are slasher films within the PG-13 horror genre, that being both of the Happy Death Day films and the Final Girls. Yeah. So all 3 of which play on humor, which Black Christmas really didn't.
Right. Love all 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
But were they good movies?
And are they really true slasher films? Is Happy Death, the first one I guess is closer, but is Happy Death Day 2 truly a slasher film?
I do consider it, but I see why it could not be.
I still consider it in the horror genre, but a slasher film, there's not really a body count.
It's sci-fi, man. It's closer to horror sci-fi, like The Thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really rack up a body count. People are dying, sorta, but I don't know if it really racks up a body. I don't know if this, but I guess if it's close as you're gonna get probably for PG-13. So the fact that Black Christmas is sneaking its way into PG-13, it's a little concerning. It hasn't looked promising thus far. I think it's an unnecessary remake already. And now just to pull it back and not go all out and make it a gore fest, I think is stupid.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, though. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe this trailer was just a shitty edit. Maybe this PG-13 thing is a fluke, and it's going to be a good movie. I doubt it, but it could happen. But hey, let us know your thoughts. Are you excited that it's PG-13? Maybe you younger ones can go see it now. Huh? Maybe that's a benefit of that's. That's one reason to make a horror film like this PG-13 is to hit that younger audience.
Yeah,
but still. All right, let's move on to our next topic of the day. This one's going to be a little controversial. I have a little bit mixed feelings about it, but we'll go into that. We'll have a nice discussion here. A new Scream film is officially in the works, coming from Spyglass, who is also making the Hellraiser reboot. Lantern, I don't know, people may not know this. This one kind of went under the radar, but Lantern was the one that acquired the rights from Dimension after the whole Harvey Weinstein situation. And now Spyglass is working with them and got the rights to make a new movie. The thing is, why it's mixed feelings here is that it's not confirmed to be a sequel or a reboot. They're not sure yet. And that's really all we got. That was the information. And to me, if you're going to reboot it, don't. I really don't think you should. But at the same time, I'm well, if you're going to make a sequel, don't, because of Wes Craven. If it's not Wes Craven doing it, if you're not bringing back the 3 people that we love so much, that being Courtney Cox, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell, and if you're not going to have Roger L. Jackson, if you're not going to have Kevin Williamson write it, these are the things that like I don't know why bother touching that franchise.
At some point, yeah, it will need a reboot because I mean it need money. It'll make money, but it's just so close to Wes Craven's death and even Scream 4.
Yeah,
and the TV series being going down the drain.
Yeah, and there's no confirmation on whether or not the series is over. So we could be again in a horror franchise situation where we have a series and a franchise going on at the same time, which isn't the end of the world. Whatever, more content, more things to watch. But like, I just really don't think Scream is worth messing with if you're not going to do it right. And I have also like Spyglass. They're relatively new. They're coming from, I believe it's people that came from MGM and are running for this newer company, this startup company. So like, is it really? Are they going to be able to do it justice? Are they going to be able to really pay homage to what Wes Craven created? And I hear the argument that like, well, we rebooted Nightmare on Elm Street. That was an issue. Nightmare on Elm Street went on without Wes, and there's been several different directors. Like the one project that Wes stuck with, and it was always him directing, was Scream. All 4 of them are Wes. So I don't know. It feels a little bit wrong. It feels a little bit dirty to go on without him. But I think if you brought Kevin back, if you at least did it right, if you brought Kevin back and you brought back the returning cast and maybe did a Scream 5 instead, I think you might at least get your OG fans to buy into that.
The thing is, you do a Scream 5, you got to make your mark. You have to kill off one of those main characters.
Yeah.
And goddamn it can't be Sydney.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take out old Courtney probably have to take out Gail.
Which I mean, she might be fine with that.
I think they should have taken her out in 4, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they should have been a little more ballsy with Scream 4. And we know that Kevin had 3 planned, like that he had a new trilogy for Scream 4 through 6. Why not run with it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, go get Kevin, or I really don't bother. Again, that's our thoughts. Let us know yours. With that out of the way, let's move on to our next topic. We're going a more enlightening note here. My Buddy Valentine's getting a brand new release from Shout Factory. If you haven't got anything from Shout Factory, go look at their website. Yeah. Just explore. Just nerd out over that website and all the cool collections they have. A lot of them are sold out. Like there's a very small handful that still remain. But they're doing a brand new collector's edition 2-disc Blu-ray. Look at this bad boy. Look at this. It comes with, of course, a 2-disc Blu-ray with a slipcover, a limited edition 18 by 24-inch rolled poster of the newly designed art from artist Joel Robinson, a second slipcover made exclusively for this specific promotion, featuring newly designed art from artist Laz Marquez, and a limited edition 18 by 24 rolled poster of the newly designed art, also from Laz Marquez.
I want that.
I want that too. It's nice. Shout Factory always does shit right.
They did the Halloween 2 and Halloween 3.
Yep.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Which, yeah, if you see the Halloween 2 poster back there a little bit, that's what you're working with. Very cool art. And they also tend to increase like the behind the scenes that you get, and you tend to get new features and whatnot. Sean Clark is usually a part of a lot of that stuff. Oh, and just if this wasn't clear, this is the original My Buddy Valentine. This is not the remake.
I like them both.
I like them both.
Yeah.
And I think this is definitely worthy. You need to get it. It's up for pre-order right now for $35. Definitely worth it. Like I say, you get all that shit for $35, and it's they sell it pretty fast. Like I think 99% of the ones that they put out have sold out. So if you want it, go scoop it now. $35, officially available February 4th of 2020. Coming up pretty quick. Celebrate Valentine's Day with a brand new My Bloody Valentine Blu-ray.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for Shout Factory stuff, because the things like I've missed the Thing one, and they had a awesome poster that got sold out like in a couple weeks of being available. Just keep an eye on them for things like that.
The posters are weird dimensions.
18 by 24. It's like these ones that we have are really weird.
Yeah.
But like these are basically like just a weird variant of like your 17 by 19?
Yeah.
So hey, you can find 18 by 24s I think at Walmart still. So if you want to go get a cheap frame and put those bad boys frames, you could do that. All right, let's move on to our next and last topic of the day, that being Dead by Daylight Chapter 14 teaser officially dropped. And let me tell you, this has started some rumor trains like crazy. It didn't really show much. the teaser really didn't show much, but it did have a line of dialogue in there that we'll come back to. But on November 13th, just a few days ago, probably one of the most interesting looks at a chapter so far, because it seems like it directly relates to a chapter that we've already previously had. We received a lot of hints during this little preview, but it sounds like it's from the Spirit. All right, if we go back and look at the Spirit release, that we might be looking at her father here in this new trailer. Maybe. We know that the Spirit in Dead by Daylight was massacred by her father, and it looks like they may be going in that direction. But there's some reasons why you may not think so because of the dialogue that was heard. I'm actually going to let Elijah take and scoop and score on this one because Elijah knows more about this than I do. Get your mic real close to your mouth. These are dick sucking mics. That's what we call them.
Oh, fuck.
You gotta be right up on it. Like my lips are touching.
Okay.
So please take the reins. Run with it.
All right. So one other piece of lore that was released with the map and everything like that whenever we were first getting the Spirit was about the mask that you see in the teaser, about the original family member that started the Yamoka lineage. And so the lore kind of goes like Yamoka was a warlord that kind of washed upon a shore in a nation during war times, and he was known as like this deadly warrior with this mask and this sword that were feared by both sides of the conflict. The scary part is that he didn't choose a side. He purely killed for profit. And with that profit, he purchased the estate that let him, like the actual map you have in the game. And the big one is the maple tree that sits in the center of the map that's watched over the entire lineage of the Yamoka. Now, I want to say it's the Spirit's father, but I really do feel like with just that scary samurai look that was the original member of the family, it would be him as opposed to the father.
Yeah, so in that little teaser, there was like a line of dialogue in there that was translated to Yamioka joined the battlefield and unleashed hell on his foes. No one could match the raw fury of his katana, which elevated him to a legend. They say his devilish mask haunted the dreams of all men. And of course, that relating to the red mask. And that's why it sounds more like an ancestor, an ancient ancestor to the Spirit, which would make sense. Either way, it's going to be pretty cool. That's we do have no release date yet for this chapter 14, but it does appear to directly relate to the Spirit, and that's exciting. Some people, I tell you what, the Spirit is scary as shit when you got someone that's good at her. Because, man, she just fucking, she just does that squirmy shit at you.
You just can't tell.
And it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone's been asking, we are going to be starting returning to Dead by Daylight streams and news. We haven't been on a stream at all too much lately, which is why we definitely want to start doing Slashcast Live on Saturdays, and it just makes for a nice communication, nice conversation. So we'll come back to Dead by Daylight pretty soon here. In fact, we'll probably be covering Chapter 14 here as it drops. I am deep down hoping that it is the Spirit's father rather than an ancient ancestor.
I have no preference.
Hey, you know.
It'd be cool for lore reasons. I could see like with the archives and everything, they could do like a tidbit where maybe like both the Spirit like meets her father sometime in the realm, and then like a battle ensues or something like that. Just like some other lore thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Another interesting point is that with the roadmap they gave us around the time we get this chapter drop, we'll also be getting the mobile release of Dead by Daylight for iPhone and Android and such like that. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays with that platform. And
hopefully they fix a Switch version in that same process there too. A little bit messy over there on Switch.
Yeah.
I something else I was going to say about it, but I totally forgot. Oh yeah, you were talking about the lore and whatnot. They have because of the archives now, they have the ability to run with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons they took this step to have a killer relate directly to another killer. Is that you can now have something, you have a motivation to take advantage of the archives and dig into that lore a little bit more. So smart on them. That's a good idea. Rather than just running with another, licensed killer.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's our last topic of the day. Before we wrap up Slashcast in general, though, we haven't really announced this too often. We did on Facebook the other day in our Fall Camp Blood fan group, but we are indeed going to be at Days of the Dead Chicago as vendors. So please, if you're in the area, go scoop your tickets up. Days of the Dead always puts on a good show, and come say hi to us. We'll have some posters available there that we'll autograph and sign for you, as well as some stills from the Fall Camp Blood. The trailer will be on display, things along those lines, and it'd be cool to see you.
Yeah.
We might do a little, we go out to dinner and stuff. We have a good time. We're fun. And it's karaoke's on Friday, which we're gonna fucking tear up. All right. We haven't gone to a con with karaoke in like
Probably close to
almost 2 years since like Louisville,
yeah.
like that long ago. So
Yeah.
we that one time in Chicago last year, but
that's-
Coolio ruined
Yeah,
it.
we got yeah.
Fucking Coolio had to come in and steal the show, cut me in line and shit. So yeah, we're definitely gonna rock karaoke on Friday night at Days of the Dead. So we'd love to hang out. It'd be a good time. All right. With all that out of the way, that's going to wrap up Slash and Cast today. If you were watching live, stick around. It's not going to end the live stream, just ending the show here in general. That will be posted tomorrow morning as well on Make Every Death Count. Make sure you go follow us on your podcast platform you're choosing and listen back. We got some cool stuff coming. We really want to start running with Make Every Death Count. Schedule has just been hectic. Schedule has been insane. All right. That's our thoughts. Let us know yours in the comments below. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys, you want anything you want to say, Nick?
No,
No?
not for Slash and Cast. No.
You don't got like a.
I mean, the
you remember-
stream's not over.
You used to do hashtags.
Oh, hashtag
Like, so if we got this far in the video, they put hashtag something in the comments.
hashtag. Oh fuck, man! I have no idea.
Hashtag dick sucking mics.
Oh, no.
No,
Not
it's
the
been
dick.
it's been decreed.
All right. Okay. With that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.